Do you have? Yeah. Okay, so it's 1:00. Shall we get started? Do we have all the partners here? I hope so. So, very good morning to everybody, and welcome to our info webinar on the Nordic Circular Design Program. What we're going to do for the next 30 minutes is to tell you about the program, how unique this program is, and how it is really directed at forward-thinking companies who want to be front runners in the circular economy, which, by the way, will be the only economy that we will have in the EU. My name is Anne Raudaskoski of Ethica, and I will be hosting the webinar together with our partners this morning. So just briefly, our agenda. In a minute, we will, or you will meet all the organizers, and then we'll talk about what is the program about, and who is it directed to, and why to join, and what the structure is about. And then we have all our partners talking about from their kind of country perspective. So why Swedish, Danish, Nordic, the Norwegian and Finnish and Icelandic companies should join the program. And then we also have the Nordic innovation perspective, because Nordic innovation has co-financed the program. And we have time for your questions at the end. So you're welcome to either open your mic or post your questions to chat. So here's the organizing team. And if we just very quickly, each one of you could say hello, just to get the name to the face. So if we start with the Finnish team, and then we move on to Danish team, Norwegian team, and then the Swedish team. And also because Hanna of Nordic Innovation is here, you could also say hello. So shall we start with Elina?
Yes, very nice to meet you all. Hello, my name is Elina and I'm from Ethica, and I'm leading this program on behalf of our organization.
We have Sanna and Meri.
Hey, hello, this is Meri from Ethica. Nice to meet you.
We have Sanna and Jenny.
Hello, everyone. Jenny from Ethica. Nice to meet you all.
Hey, I'm Ida from Ethica. Nice to meet you all.
And then let's move on to the Danish team.
Yeah, hi, my name is Teresa Lauritsen. I'm the coordinator from the Danish Design Center, and I'm the only one from DDC in the call this morning, so we can just move on. But I'm looking forward to working with all of you.
Yeah. So I think we can move on to Norway then.
Yes, hello. My name is Natalia Mathisen. I work with the Norwegian Center for Circular Economy, and with me I have our colleagues Tina and Benedicte, and we are eagerly looking forward to participating in the program.
Any more Norwegians, or should the Swedish people take over?
Go, Elin.
Yeah.
Okay, hi, Elin from Sweden. Very nice to meet you. And I'm here with my colleague.
Hi there, I'm Sofia from Sweden. We're from an organization called CradleNet. We'll learn more in a bit. And we also have Christian Engene and Michelle Bayuk with us in the team, but they're not on the call. So I'm looking forward to this.
And then we also very much welcome companies or Icelandic companies to join the program, although we don't have an Icelandic partner. Do we have Hanna, and I can see also Marte from Nordic Innovation. Do you also want to say hi?
Hello, everyone. Nice to meet you. Hanna Törmänen from Nordic Innovation. As mentioned, we are a supporting partner and a co-financer. And Marte and Peter is also here today.
Right. So let's move on. Why are we organizing this Nordic Circular Design Program? Well, really, it's about securing your competitiveness. We know that the market environment is changing really, really rapidly, and the EU really wants the circular economy be the only economy in the future. So some companies will win the game and some will lose. And we would very much like that all these Nordic companies taking part in the program would be the winners. And one of the key drivers is eco-design for sustainable products regulation. Now, this is not the only piece of legislation that is coming into force or is already in force. So we have, for example, packaging and packaging waste directive. We have digital product passport. We have deforestation regulation. We have the EU taxonomy, corporate sustainability reporting directive, and extended producer responsibility, just to mention but a few that are changing the landscape very drastically and rapidly. So what we're doing with this program is really kind of guiding through this legislative landscape, and also giving you tools, very concrete tools and holistic understanding how to start developing your business towards a circular operating model. So in our program, we will provide you with comprehensive insights and solutions. And what's really unique about our approach, and you'll see the picture of the structure in a minute, is that you get both system level and product level understanding. So in order for the company to move towards circularity, you need to have those both aspects, learn about new business models, what's the revenue logic that you could start developing in the future, but also what are the product level requirements that you need to have and need to start integrating into your R&D process. And when we talk about a circular design approach, it's actually a very holistic business development approach. So we like to describe it through this kind of triangle, which has on one hand the business and value chain approach. Then we talk about product level, and we also talk about customers. And of course, we want to create the best and the most compelling customer experience. So all these three corners of circular design approach will be addressed during the program. And this is really about tangible outcomes. So you have a unique opportunity to develop your own product service concept, develop your circular company level strategy, and develop your own roadmap towards the future. So this is not just a training program, but you can think about it as your tailored R&D support. And here you can see the structure of the program. So we will offer you 5 workshops and 5 podcasts. And you can see at the top that there's an executive track. So there's slightly different content for the management teams to get a really holistic understanding that what's happening in the marketplace. What do I need to know as a management team member, that how to steer my company towards success in this transition period. And then at the bottom, you can see the track that is directed to R&D people and other key personnel. So on that track, we go much more into details that what are the actual tools and what do you need to know when we talk about circular products? What are the kind of circular product characteristics and what are, for example, circular chemicals and materials? And we will run from October till May. So it's an 8-month journey. And each month you will get a podcast and a 3-hour workshop. So it's a really good opportunity for kind of developing your product and service concept and getting that continuous support for that. We also have created an online learning environment. So that's a place to meet with other companies, raise questions, have additional reading and homework in addition to workshops. And as you can see, some of the events are live events and some of them are online events. So you get a chance to meet other companies and us, the trainers, in presence. And then some of the workshops are online. So that gives you a really nice flexibility. And there's also an opportunity for one-to-one coaching throughout the program. And to whom the program is directed to. So it's ideal for medium to large industrial manufacturing companies. And industrial manufacturing companies is a pretty kind of open and comprehensive concept. So we encourage you to be in contact with us and talk about your company situation to see that whether this program would be ideal for you. And of course, those companies who are kind of designing and manufacturing end products, these will be the most useful to you. And of course, we are calling for companies who want to really evolve their operations and their R&D and design processes towards a circular economy. And about the selection criteria, we've learned over the years, and also with the Finnish circular design program that we ran last year in Finland, that the company's willingness and kind of willingness to learn and commit to implementation is the most important topic or the kind of factor. So that's one selection criteria. And then we also would like to have at least 2 people taking part in the program. So basically it means that there would be at least 1 person taking part on each track. But we also welcome larger teams to take part. And that's another thing that we've learned, that this program creates a really great and unique opportunity to create shared understanding within the company. So teams up to 6 people are welcome to join the program. And we also are looking for those type of companies that have their in-house R&D or design team and their own end product. And now we will have a round with all our partners to talk about kind of the country-specific perspectives. So let's start with the Swedish perspective.
Thank you, Anne. And hi again, everyone. Just briefly about CradleNet, just so you know who we are talking about this. We are a Swedish business network organization that are working to accelerate the transition to circular economy. So this is a great program for us. So 3 reasons why we think it would be great for you to join the program and why we want to join the program is because, as Anna already said, circularity is becoming the norm We are actually releasing a report today, so it's not even off the press. So you will get some inside info, where we have surveyed all the listed companies in Sweden, and they say 90% of them say that they have now included circularity into their business strategy. And that's far more than when we last time did this survey 3 years ago. So it's really becoming the norm. However, there's a difference between having it in the strategy and implementing it in the operations, and there's a gap there. So companies that are acting now will have a competitive advantage because what they cite is some obstacles is that they lack skills and knowledge. And they also say, the majority of companies say that they believe that their competitors will advance in their circularity mission and that they will develop significant skills within the coming 5 years. So there's like a sense of urgency among Swedish companies now. And the last point that we want to make is also that a Nordic program will give you a head start on the Nordic market. By learning from the other companies from different countries in the Nordic region, you will have a great idea of how to implement your operations in the different countries and how to sell to customers in different Nordic countries. So we really hope that you would like to join us.
Thank you, Sophia. Then let's move on to Denmark.
Yeah, so first of all, I would also just like to shortly introduce who we are at the Danish Design Center. We're a non-for-profit foundation that works to build capacity for innovation and sustainable growth by the use of design and design as a strategy, which this program also just tailors so well into in terms of how the different companies that would like to join go in and really strengthen that mindset. And I would also just really like to echo what Sophia was saying from Sweden. We also see in Denmark that it is starting to becoming a competitive edge, both working, of course, with circular economy, but also working with strategic design in the core of your business. We see that they are better at navigating in uncertainty. They're better at making decisions, and ultimately they do have a competitive advantage, and they do see that it makes a huge difference. Also, a year ago, we did in Denmark the Circular Gap report. Denmark is only 4% circular. So there is also a strengthened awareness also from the public eye and the policy layer and the public procurement that this is something that we need to change, and it's really starting to excel, and it's really starting to build its way into the narrative. And we see that a lot of Danish companies are struggling to figure out how to navigate in it. And this program is just a great opportunity to get some new skills and some expertise in how to navigate with what's coming, both in Danish legislation, but also from the EU.
Yes, absolutely. And I think it's interesting, thank you, Theresa, what Sophia just said about Sweden, that so many companies are embedding circularity into their strategy, but at the same time, like you said, that this circularity gap report showed that Denmark has only 4% of circularity. So although it's kind of starting to be embedded into strategy, there's still a lot to do.
Yeah, there's still a big gap to practice. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. So let's move on to Norway then.
Yes, hello, Natalia here again with the Norwegian Center for Circular Economy. Yeah, we're really happy to contribute to the program and really look forward to gaining the Nordic perspective, which we think is important. We are a member organization with where all the companies, same as everyone else here, they already see the value creation opportunities in the green shift, and we work on an industrial scale, and we see so much value here. So this is really exciting, and of course we agree with everything that has been already said. And also mention again the importance of the design phase for sustainability. We work a lot with companies in the recycling phase of the circular economy, which is quite far down. And our network here has extensive competence with regards to material knowledge, and I'm really eager to use that knowledge to impact the other circular strategies, as it has such a great impact. You know, how the products wear and how they break down, and how choice of material and technique and design impacts the value of the product and the material at end of life. So I'm really looking forward to contributing to that. We see also the value of sharing the knowledge across sectors and country borders. And it has been said about the competitive advantage, but I would also like to propose the idea, which also Elin or CradleNet said, with regards to the norm, because I don't think there will be that many years where this is a competitive advantage, but it's a prerequisite to be part of the market. So we are really looking forward to strengthening the Nordic brand with regards to sustainability, and are looking forward to contributing to this. So thank you.
Thank you, Natalie. And then let's have a Nordic innovations perspective.
Hello again. Very briefly, Nordic Innovation is an organization under the Nordic Council of Ministers, which is the official cooperation for all the Nordic countries. And our role is to support innovation and competitiveness of Nordic businesses. And 2 more Nordic reasons why your company should apply. So first, in this program, you access a Nordic network of peer companies, as already mentioned earlier. You learn also from each other. You can avoid double work and share best practices. But you also have the support of all these Nordic circular design experts, and you learn from leading Nordic practices. Next slide, please. And second, the 5 Nordic prime ministers have set the vision that the Nordic region should be the most sustainable and integrated region in the world by 2030. And a key part of this is a circular and bio-based region. And you, the Nordic companies, are the change makers in order to reach our necessary climate targets, CO2 reduction targets, and this Nordic vision. And one of the most efficient and concrete steps you can take is to transition to circular business models step by step. And circular design of products, processes, and operations is one of, if not the most effective model to transition. But at the same time, when circular design is highly impactful and a valuable business opportunity, it's also challenging for many companies. We have seen as it is complex and requires a comprehensive effort. So hence this program ensures that you don't have to invent the wheel again.
Indeed. Thank you, Hanna. And then Finnish and Icelandic perspective. So as I mentioned, I'm from Ethica, and Ethica last year ran a Finnish circular design program. So we kind of created the concept and tested the concept that we're offering you now as on an even improved version of last year's program. And I think this has been already mentioned that if you act now, you can create a winning strategy. But if you want to wait, you end up managing risks. And in my view, managing risks is a poor business strategy. So that's a good reason to roll up your sleeves now and start acting. And also, if we think about the Finnish perspective, just technology industry companies employ around 300,000 people in Finland, which is about 12% of the all workforce. So, and we are only talking about technology industries. So it's a massive sector, and it really matters that they kind of are able to remain or retain their competitiveness in this transition towards a circular economy. And as mentioned before, Icelandic companies are very welcome to join the program. So that's why we've included Icelandic perspective here. And I think that our Icelandic partners and companies wouldn't disagree with the competitive advantage. So you can see that we've gathered all the best of the best organizations to run this program for you. And here you can see all the contact persons for each country. And we still have a couple minutes for the questions. So anything that you would want to know more about, the floor is yours now. And actually, I realize now that what we haven't mentioned the program, because it's being co-financed by the Nordic Innovation for companies, it's free of charge. So the only kind of resource required from your side is that you are willing to learn, taking part in the workshops and develop your own kind of, it can be circular strategy or product service concept. I can see that this Mirjana has written in the chat.
No, hello to everybody. I am from Serbia. It's far away from Nordic region. I got this information in my email and I decided to join because I'm leading the first national project about circular transition in Serbia in rural areas. We are very much rural country. And we believe that circularity can be easily implemented in agriculture and production of agriculture products. That is what I have learned from my colleagues. I am not an economist. I have PhD in energy science, in development of energy policy decision-making tools. So one of the results of our project should be developed to help our decision makers to start what you have started. And we have one part of our project that is related to small businesses in rural areas in Serbia. Some of them are working according to the circular principles, but they are not aware of that, maybe. So we have to prepare the guidelines to have some case studies. So I just wanted to ask, is it possible for us to participate? We are not Nordic country and we will never be. What do you think? If that would be too much burden, we will not participate. I'm just asking.
Yeah, thank you, Mirjana. I think that you've raised.
I will follow.
Really
just will follow. I will follow your webinars, and that's it, if possible.
Yeah. And all the podcasts are publicly available. So that's one way to follow.
Yeah.
And we will be kind of communicating about the program. And of course, when we have the final stage in Stockholm in May, that's open for all, and you get to hear about the results. But we will be communicating about the participating companies and the achievements throughout the program.
That would be very good,
yeah, great. And thank you, Martha, because you wrote that also companies from Faroe Island and Greenland are also welcome. So this is for all Nordic companies.
Yeah,
and there were also some questions about how to apply, and there's a link in the chat, and you can also access the application form through this QR code. And it's worth mentioning that we are looking for 30 to 50 companies. So 50 is the absolute maximum that we can take into the program. And if there will be more applications, which will be highly likely, because this is also from the global perspective, this is really unique program. We will use the first come, first serve principle. But with these words, it was lovely to have you in the webinar, and we're really looking forward to your further questions and of course your applications to the program. So click on the link, read more and apply today. Thank you so much and have a really nice rest of the day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye.